you mean?
Comes with suits and no shirts on.
I like that suit.
Atlanta Hawks.
You like that suit, Chuck?
I like
John
that suit.
Collins.
That's my favorite in the slam dunk, Ernie.
Oh, last night you didn't even know who he was.
I wouldn't know who it was, but I watched him last night.
Trying to join Neek and Spud and Josh Smith as Hawks to win. So welcome to Spectrum Center, y'all. Ernie Johnson and Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith and Charles Barkley. We are pumped to bring this to
My favorite night of the weekend.
Saturday night?
Saturday night is my favorite night of the entire weekend.
Wow, even as a player?
Even as a player.
Wow.
Yeah, even as a player.
Shaq, you were so well known just for your reactions courtside during these slam dunk for many years.
You know, I can remember as a youngster growing up, my favorite dunk contest was the great Michael Jordan versus the great Dominique Wilkins. Just very entertaining for me, kind of inspired me. I know a lot of these guys will be inspired by what they saw, you know, guys before them play do. And I just want it to be a flawless night. What I mean by flawless, please make
it on your first
Oh, my
No,
God.
stop it, please.
Hey, you already starting to be the Russian judge already.
Please.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
If that was your favorite of all time, what's the favorite that you have witnessed in person?
The favorite that I witnessed in person was Vince Carter. Because
2000, I'm with you.
2000, because you know, being a fan of the game and being in the game, you pretty much have seen all the dunks. I've never seen that dunk before.
And you know what? I've never heard an all-star arena explode the way it did that night in Oakland when Vince Carter was doing that.
I had the blessing of being able to call that. It was funny, Ernie, because you know how they dunk on one side of the arena.
Yeah.
So every time Vince Carter would dunk, the arena would try to run to the other side to be on that side of the arena to see it. It was an unbelievable display
it was exciting.
of excitement. And then Tracy McGrady, Steve Francis, those guys would have won any other dunk contest but that one.
Nobody was beating Vince Carter that night.
My favorite part of that, sorry to cut it, my favorite part of that, I went back and I because I was like, he did a 360 but brought his arm the other. My favorite part was, it's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. It's over.
That's lived since that day. It's been in every highlight reel about the All-Star Slam Dunk. Chuckster, earlier today, what have you been doing waiting for this to happen? Have you been in front of the TV all day?
Well, I know. Actually, I went to the Sacramento Kings. Vivek and Blotty told me to hello. We went to a brunch. Ernie, did you know brunch is a combination of breakfast and lunch?
Yes, I did, as a matter of fact.
What'd you eat? What'd you eat? Did you eat breakfast or lunch?
Eggs Benedict.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, eggs Benedict and some baked chicken.
I'll be doing the Legends brunch tomorrow, so I'm well aware of what a brunch is. Also, how about a Leckfrist? Have you ever had a Leckfrist?
No, I haven't.
That's
An
a
electric
combination
breakfast.
of lunch and
That's not a thing. But the rest of the day, I watch golf.
Oh, really? You know what you missed?
What?
You missed Alliance of American Football today on TNT, and it was your Birmingham Iron, man.
Okay.
Look, they're down 9-0 to the Salt Lake Stallions.
Give me that. Run it back in.
Wait.
Run it back in.
And listen,
They recover it for the touchdown.
We lost to the Mormons?
No, hey, listen to me. Now you're within 3, and then who's the only guy you know?
Trent Richardson.
Scores the game-winning touchdown.
Tell you what, Birmingham, you can't let me down. We can't lose to the Mormons. That's been bad for us.
So it's 12.
They only scored 12 points.
But you won the game. And you know what's
you know how bad that is? I don't even know the point spread on that game.
You know what else you don't know? You know one player on that team, and he played for Alabama. There were 4 Auburn guys, and you don't know them.
See, so sad.
Wait, name one.
Oh, I can. Underdog has them. He just told me that.
Okay, I apologize to my 4 Auburn guys.
All right. Hey, let's look at the schedule for tonight. All-Star Saturday night. The Taco Bell Skills Challenge, the Mountain Dew 3-point contest, the AT&T Slam Dunk. And you know who's happy?
Who's that?
The sponsors, because I named each one as we take a look at what comes up.
I tell you what, man, that Mountain Dew and a honey bun every Friday when I got my allowance.
How about some Taco Bell?
The sugar on the top.
You know, I did Taco Bell commercial, but Ernie, when I was poor, every Friday with my allowance, I got a honey bun and a Mountain Dew.
Why didn't you just pour sugar straight in your mouth? It would have been easier.
Among those in the Taco Bell Skills Challenge field, Trae Young and Cool Hand Luka Doncic, and they spoke with Dennis Scott.
All right, thanks, guys. Here with Trae Young and Luka Doncic. Trae, we'll start with you first. How is the first part of the season for a dream for you come true that I'm in the NBA and I'm part of All-Star Weekend?
I mean, it's been a great season so far for me. I think I've progressed in the right direction. Our team has as well. I think that's all I've been looking for and our team has been looking for. So I'm very happy with the future of Atlanta and the way we're going. And I'm excited to be a part of Atlanta. So.
And you, Luka, you've come in with the Luka step back. You're having so much fun in the fourth quarter. Has everything lived up to your expectations?
Yeah, I mean, it's been like a great season for me, for my team. We're fighting there to get in the playoffs. Eventually, for me, I never lose hope, to get in the playoffs. But, it's been my first season, so hope many to go.
All right, now let's talk a little trash now. Now, how do we practice? We know the skills. We know how important it is to get that first pass through the bucket. Yeah. How important is it?
I think it's very important, especially when you got a lot of really good players in this. I mean, Luka, Fox, all these fast dudes. So you gotta get that first pass going.
And Luka, they talk about speed and pace. How much faster do you have to go to make sure you hit all the angles right?
Yeah, I gotta go faster. I'm not very good at this, but like he said, I think the first pass is really important. If you make this, you're in a good pace.
No trash talk. You guys got traded for each other on draft night, so maybe a little extra stuffing for the night.
No, I mean we both want to win, we both want to compete. But no trash talk.
Come on, Luka, a little bit.
I'm not a one. I remember trying once, but that was terrible what I did. So I'm not good at it for sure.
Not too confident about the first. Gotta get the first pass down, then I can trash talk a little bit.
All right, good luck. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
3D trying unsuccessfully to generate trash talk before the Taco Bell Skills Challenge. Who you like? You need to see the field again?
Yeah, let me see.
You want to look at the guys?
Let me see the field again.
Well, I have an answer anyway.
Okay,
There's a lot of
that.
I have to go with De'Aaron Fox because of the speed.
And because of his Sacramento ties.
Well, no, forget that. He has great speed. He does pass.
And because
the
of
ball.
his Sacramento ties.
No, he does pass the ball. A lot of those guys don't pass. Luka don't pass. Kyle don't pass.
The big guys have been winning this contest. Remember Carl Anthony Towns won it?
They pass because they get doubled and they kick it out to the guards.
But it's not bigs against backcourt this time.
Yeah.
There is going to be a random draw that you're going to see live just before the
I like that.
the competition begins.
So pick somebody.
I'm not a fool, first of all. Nobody's fool. But I'm going to go with Mike Conley Jr., who's been overlooked.
There you go, veteran.
OLD, OALD.
All you have to do is make a pass and dribble up the court. He does that every night.
Well, he don't have anybody to pass it to in Memphis.
Right, so it'd be easier to get it through a hole than to get it to one of those guys who can't catch the ball.
Well, I'm going to go with Trae Young. I do. I think who do you think is faster between Trae Young and De'Aaron Fox?
De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox.
What kind of question is that? It's like me and you. I'm way faster than you.
But in terms of shooting.
Now you're faster than me.
Oh, he is faster. Now
you came in last.
Now you mean now?
Now, not while y'all playing.
Not in my heyday.
Yeah, in your heyday too.
No, you wouldn't have.
Chuck, stop it.
Stop it. Okay.
Chuck, stop
All
it.
right.
So we got Trae Young, you got Mike Conley, you got De'Aaron Fox, and you got cool hand Luka
Who you
Doncic.
got, Luke? All right.
I got cool hand Luka going.
I tell you what's going to be.
He didn't do much last night. The 19-year-old will shine tonight.
I tell you what, I'm ready for this three-point shoot contest. I think Steph Curry going to put on a show at home.
I don't know.
And Seth might too.
Yeah.
They both home. They're both home.
Yeah, but one of them's a little better than the other one.
Yeah, in a game.
In life too, actually.
Shooting's different.
And one got a way better team.
Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and you name it. And KG joins us now. Big Ticket.
Hey,
How
what's
are
up,
you,
y'all?
kid?
How y'all doing, man?
Happy All-Star to you.
You're looking quite fresh, my brother.
Same to y'all, man. I see y'all. I'm trying to keep up. I see y'all. What's up, Kenny?
Hey, I see
Don't
you,
party
man.
last night, bro.
I appreciate you coming through, man.
Oh, you got in the party?
I went early, though, Shaq. I had to
was-
get there
Shaq
early. I had
was
some
in it.
Shaq was offended because they asked him for ID.
They asked him for ID.
Yeah,
man.
They just, no, they didn't. They said
Yes,
they
they
move
did.
over so
Oh,
Shaq can
no,
go
they
through.
didn't. Stop.
And he said, no, don't move people. I move people.
Anyway, shout out to Kenny's guy who likes Ken Jermaine that got me in.
Hey,
Go ahead, Ernie.
you're looking forward to hanging with Chuck?
I am, man. So it's never a dull time with Chuck, man. Chuck and I we have some good times together.
Yes, sir, we do. It's always an honor and a privilege to work with the great Kevin Garnett.
Stop it,
My
man.
man with them skinny jeans on.
Stop it. Look, you still jealous over there, huh?
It's
I told you, man. I wanted to work
told
with you,
you,
man.
man.
They thin jeans.
I hardly recognize you without the hoodie, man.
Hey,
good.
Ernie, sometimes you got to just switch it up a little
I
bit,
know, it's
man. I
looking
saw
good,
what y'all
man.
Switched up nicely.
Just to switch
Hey,
up.
that's
You know,
nice.
they think that I'm versatile. You
Is
know?
that, dude, that's burgundy, right?
That's Garnet.
Garnet. Okay.
Hey,
Like, oh, God.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
one
I
T.
like it.
One T.
I like it.
Kevin
questions,
Garnett.
Kevin
Kevin,
Garnett.
2 questions. First question, what's the name of your church, Pastor Garnett? Looking like a reverend.
Okay, here we go. All right.
Second question.
And my
Shots
man
fired.
dressed like a butler.
I was about to say, you got the chef.
Yeah, hey,
okay.
hey,
Chef
Kevin.
Shaq.
I almost called him Benson when he walked up here.
Whoa.
So, I got a
Whoa.
question. You and Chuck going to be sitting courtside.
Yep.
Be honest. If you miss the first dunk, does it really still have that same sting?
It doesn't, man.
Thank you.
We all know
Okay,
that. We all know that.
They don't know that.
You can't change the rules,
know
brother.
that.
Listen,
It
though,
ain't
your
about the
first
rules.
dunk sets
You
the
can't
momentum
check.
for everything
you.
else, man.
Thank you.
That's a momentum builder.
But you can't change the rules, big fella.
You can't get no 50 if you miss 1 and 2 dunks.
I have a
You can't
question.
get a 50.
I do think that it does change the momentum base, but I do think based on the dunk, you still can get a 50.
Okay.
Because if you did let's say a 720,
Yes,
and you missed the first one,
that's going to.
and then you do the 720
Well, how can
the
you
second
agree?
time,
Well, how can you agree?
You gotta get
How can you
50
agree
for
and
720.
disagree? How can you agree?
Now,
and
if you're
disagree?
doing a simple dunk that someone else could do,
Yes, I
that will
understand.
take it away. But if you're doing
720?
something that no one's ever tried before,
And it takes you
first of all,
twice,
and
you
you
still
take
get a
you
50.
twice,
Well,
you still
first of
get
all,
a 50.
there's no dunk nobody's ever tried.
Nobody's
Stop
done it. Nobody's done a 720, and I see.
I think Oladipo's the
true.
last person that tried a 720 or something like that.
Right. Nobody's done it in the NBA. Nobody in the NBA
okay.
tried.
I was just about to say the Canadian kid actually.
Air up there. The guy Air up there did that too as well.
Maybe somebody will do a 721. Okay, hey, listen.
That's what's up, Ernie. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that, Ernie.
We need to hear from Anthony Davis because at the All-Star practice today, the media got their chance to question him, and then so did the folks at NBA TV. And here's what AD had to say today.
Whatever list that came out, that's between my agent and the Pelicans. No, it's true. Obviously, the Pelicans are going to do what's best for them. They have to do what's best for them. My intentions are still the same. No matter who the GM is or whoever, my intentions are the same. But Pelicans made a move that was best for their organization. And for me, I'm still going to go out there and play basketball for obviously it's Danny Ferry right now, and go out there and continue to play basketball with my teammates. I never said Boston wasn't on my list. I never said it wasn't on my list. I never said it was not on my list.
Somebody had told me that you had mentioned maybe the Celtics being on that list. I just wanted to clarify. Is that are they on the list or are they not on the list?
All 29 of the teams are on my list.
Everyone's on the list.
I don't have a preferred destination. Like I said, I just want to win. They ask me big market, small market. I don't care. I want to win.
So AD's saying that all the other teams in the league are on the list as possible landing
Oh, you
spots.
mean the right way?
Except the Pelicans. I'm not on that list.
Yes, well, I mean, but the other 29 teams are on that list. KG, what's your overall look at what he had to say today and how this whole thing, this dumpster fire, as Alvin Gentry called it the other night, has gone down?
It's not my taking. It's not my liking. I don't like the way the process has come out. Chuck, I kind of follow what you said. I don't like that the fact that the agents are dictating the whole move of this. Shout to Rich Paul, shout to Clutch and what they do, but this was a bit unprofessional, to be honest. To call for a trade that that you probably couldn't get in the long run, and probably know that it was a long shot to get it done during the season like this. Not only caused hiccups in your own program, but think about the Lakers and the hiccups that it caused over there. Those kids was playing totally different basketball than they were after the trading deadline. Y'all saw that the energy was a lot different. It's a time and place for everything. It's a time and place for business, and it's a time and place, but only if it's aligned. If it's not aligned, Ernie, it's a big distraction. These kids are not they're not programmed to be able to push through a lot of things. Nonetheless, trade talk, they're very sensitive generation. So you have to be careful on how you do things, and that includes business.
You know, we've all been in this situation before. The more professional way would then have to take care of it this summer, or another professional way, if you go to the general manager and say, I'm not going to embarrass your club and say I'm not going to sign, but sir, I would like to be traded right away, and nobody know anything. Once you start talking to the media, everybody starts speculating. Everybody starts, oh, he did with Rich Paul, he want to play for Lakers. It gets out of control. Now it's so out of control, nobody believes in it.
Once that thing went public, once it went from, hey, maybe it's just Rich Paul talking to the Pelicans and saying, hey, let's get something done. Once that went from that stage to, hey, I want to be traded, then
Ernie,
that's where it got to be a mess.
Speaking a little firsthand on my point of view, they are both right. So when I asked the 76ers to trade me, I said, listen, I love Philadelphia. If I have to stay here, I don't want to burn my bridges. This is when the season ended. I says, I'm not coming back here next year. I said, I want y'all to make the best deal for y'all self, because Philadelphia's been a great city to me, and I don't want to alienate the fans. I said, I'm not coming back here again. You guys got the whole summer to trade me, and that's what happened.
You said this? You said this, not your agent, but you said this.
But first of all, let's get one thing straight.
But agent works for you, man.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you something about the agent. The agent works for the player. It doesn't work the other way around. All these players, Anthony Davis is a great, great player. I don't care who represents him. I like Rich Paul, but let me tell you something. The player has to always remember, we can't get another Anthony Davis, but we can get another agent. Players control your destiny.
Yeah, well, it's a legacy.
I think overall, everyone has great points, and I think that the one issue that, on a positive standpoint, you're trying to give your franchise an opportunity to say, oh, you get an opportunity to trade me like you did and like Anthony was trying to do. But the disassociation that he is having now is I didn't have a problem up until now, where several times in the thing he said he's still part of the organization, he's part of the team. That's the only part that he's already removed himself now. And so that, to me, was the only part but you have the right to say where you want to go, where you want to go, and what you want to do.
Well, I don't agree with that.
You do have the right, but do you think it was in poor taste? Some might say it was. But you have the right to say that. Because also, there are franchises, if you don't say things public, which I've been part of, maybe not the Pelicans, they don't believe you're serious. But they don't think that you walk in that office and go, I'm not going to do this. But they don't think you're serious if you don't say it public. I don't know if the Pelicans are like that. But I'm saying there are people like that.
You don't leave at halftime. You don't leave your team at halftime, man.
I said up until
the trickle effect of what all this is happening now. Right. That's the problems I'm having with.
Right.
Now you're not in the locker room with your guys. You left early. Like that's not a good look for the league.
Kevin Garnett joining us here. He'll be with Charles Barkley tonight during the AT&T.
Hey, Chuck.
Slam dunk.
Chuck, who you got tonight, Chuck?
A honey bun and a Mountain Dew.
Hey, Mr. Coffee.
Yeah.
Every Friday, when my little daddy gave him my allowance, honey bun and a Mountain Dew.
Like I said, just pour back of sugar.
Little dad. That's what I call my granddaddy.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that go to great Jesse Jackson, one of the great civil rights pioneers of all time. Thank you, Rev Jackson.
A mainstay at All-Star Weekend.
Okay, Cat, I see
and
you.
there is Cat, who you'll see tomorrow during the All-Star game.
Look at
y'all on Snapchat, eh?
I got him. I got him.
Let's go from plans to
the Taco Bell Skills Challenge in a field of 10 shooters, including the defending champion Devin Booker and Dirk Nowitzki in his NBA swan song this season. And also in that midst, the brothers Curry, who spoke with Dennis Scott.
All right, guys, I'm kind of excited right now because I've known these two young men since they've been knee-high, hanging out with my old son, Ryan. Let's get right to it. So much is talked about the shooting family. You, your dad, your guy shoot the basketball. So I'm getting right to it. Who's talking more trash tonight? I'm going to start with you.
It's going to be trash talk on both sides. You know what I'm saying? We both want to win it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to try to put on a show for the fans. So if I can get in his head before he gets in mine, I got an advantage.
You hear that now? He said if he can get in your head, if anybody can get in your head, he's been knowing you since you've been knee high. Can he do it?
He knows what buttons to press. You just threw him the lob right there. You gave him the mic first, so he got the. That's messed up. Younger brothers are getting to me, but it's gonna be fun, like you said, to go out there and just compete in Charlotte, where we grew up, where we've been shooting for years, and just have fun with it.
And speaking of fun, we know Dad played in the NBA, but there's a video we're about to show right now of Mom making an underhand half-court shot. Tell me about that.
Oh, yeah, she did her thing yesterday. That was at a charity event. We had a little family shooting competition. Everybody got involved. My sister, my mom, obviously, she knocked down the half-court shot, so she was going crazy.
Now, I read something, because I've done my homework. There's a little wager. Can you explain to our fans what the wager is? Is this the wager fair?
Well, we already shook on it, so it has to be fair. But we obviously know how big family is, and they come support us wherever we play. So whoever loses got to take care of the ticket request anytime we play Portland, or vice versa. So we'll see what happens.
You shook your hand to that?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all got a big family.
Why not? Why not? Why not? I'm planning on winning. Yeah, not a dime's coming out of my pocket.
Oh. Last one.
That was it.
That's it.
We'll see. I'm gonna let my shooting do the talking.
All right, guys. You heard it first.
Interesting side light to the three-point competition tonight was Steph and Seth. And Seth actually statistically ranks higher than Steph does this year in three-point percentage. Uh-oh, we got Auburn in the house.
Yes, we do. War Eagle to us.
We got Cam Newton, 8-year veteran of the NFL, all with the...
You can't hear us yet.
All with the team in Charlotte.
Can you hear us, Cam?
Carolina Panthers.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Are you hearing us okay?
I can hear you now, but
Okay.
my headphones are.
Oh, come on in. Fix them up, Bo.
Come on.
Fix them up, Jose. There we go.
Jose, you can do it.
There we go.
Get some air time.
there
All
you
right,
go.
so
Great job, Jose.
what is it, Cam, about this city? What would you tell the rest of the country about the kind of sports city that Charlotte, North Carolina is?
Well, it's building. And having events like this, All-Star Weekend, CIAA been here for years. It's just great for the economic system of this city, and Charlotte is the place to be.
Go ahead, Shaq.
We've had a lot of football players on this show, and mostly all of them think they can play in the NBA. I don't know your basketball stats, but is it possible that, because we all know you're a great athlete, is it possible that if you put your mind to it, you could be an NBA player?
It's not if I put my mind to it. There's no doubt about it. I can be a contributor to a team right now. Straight up.
That's 10 for 10.
10 for 10.
Straight up.
10 for 10.
Now,
10 NFL players that say they can play in the NBA.
But the thing is this. I'm not just talking offensively, though. Because if all else fails, I know I can play defense. And I know I can do that.
Okay, since 10 for 10,
Yeah.
who is the Cam Newton of the NBA?
The Greek freak.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Okay, so if you were in the NBA,
He was ready immediately.
I already know.
Yeah,
I already knew y'all was going to ask me that.
no question. I didn't know that was going to happen, so it's good.
Number one, how's your shoulder?
It's doing good. We're progressively getting better. I know there's a lot of reports and speculations.
Are you going to sit out next year? And everything?
Absolutely not. And if I sit out next year, I'll be playing basketball.
11 for 11.
Hey, so let me ask you a question. Obviously, every week on the NFL, what you're going to wear is a big topic.
Right.
How much time and effort do you put into it, your clothing?
I just pick something from a shirt to a pants or a shoes, and everything else rolls off of it.
You know what I like? I see on a lot of those post games, and you got the bow, and there's one right there. You're not afraid to wear the bow tie either.
Grip too hard, don't stand too close.
I'm going to go with number 1 and number 3. All right, football question. In 1996, I got swept by the great Michael Jordan. And before I walked off the court, he said, before you succeed, you must first learn to fail.
Look at this, please. Who wore it better?
Yeah, who wore it better?
You were Jimmy Goldstein. Jim Goldstein, baby.
They quick with it.
Hey, quick with it. Yes, indeed.
All right, go ahead, Shaq.
I was saying the great Michael Jordan told me, before you succeed, you must first learn to fail.
Right.
And I know you failed many times. Does it upset you, and are you still itching to get 1 or 2 championships under your belt?
Man, listen, in order to get 2, you first got to get 1. And one thing about it, this beautiful city of Charlotte I call home now is yearning for sustained success. And, this past season, football season, early on we were winning, but in the latter part, it didn't turn out the way we wanted to. And at the end of the day, I put a lot of blame on myself and I will be better. And a lot of it stimulates on my health. But moving forward, no need to cry over spoiled milk. The Carolina Panthers will be a team to be reckoned with in the next couple of years.
Cam, let's take a look at the three-point field. And because you know your basketball, I want you to pick the winner of the three-point contest tonight. We're about to hear from the Greek Freak, Cam Newton.
I'm picking right now?
Yeah, you're picking right now.
It's hard to pick against Steph. He's a hometown guy. I'm going to also go with the hometown guy with Kemba.
Way to go out on the limb, Cam.
And Big Booker,
The defending champion.
Absolutely.
He went 20 for 27 in the last round last year.
But he still didn't pick a winner. You picked three guys. You got to pick one winner.
We don't do that, Cam.
One of those three, they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. I don't know.
Shaq, who you got?
I got Steph Curry, my favorite player.
Chuck?
I'm going to go with Kemba Walker. I'm going with the hometown favorite.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with Seth.
Oh, you're going with Seth.
Not Steph. I'm going with Seth.
I'm going to go.
He's home too.
I'm going to go.
This is home for him too.
You're right.
He's
Okay.
home too. I'm taking Steph.
Cam has a present for Charles.
I do.
Really?
I'm a big fan of the show, and I will be remiss for you guys to come in Charlotte, and I'm pretty sure you know what these are.
Low-cut bracelet.
So low-cut bracelet.
Hey, you don't even have to go to.
So I didn't have the steam room. No, we didn't meet in the steam room. You know what I'm saying? So we actually have the business owner and the CEO here for you, Mr. Charles, so you can finally find out what they are. They're infused with mud from the Dead Sea, which is the lowest part of the earth, and infused with water from Mount Everest, which is the highest part of the earth. And it's a continual thought to stay balanced.
But most importantly, they're steam proof.
Steam proof, absolutely.
Stay humble, stay hopeful. The low-cut bracelets.
Yes,
very good. All right, here you go. Here's some
Check out my football
action.
Got him.
That's after the play. That's after the play.
LSU stops off and starts down.
So you might be able to play in the NBA, Cam, but no NFL future for those two.
No way. No way.
Thanks a lot for stopping by. It's great to see you, man.
Appreciate you for having me.
War Eagle, my brother.
War Eagle.
And good luck with the rehab in the shoulder. Man.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You know this guy, Cam, coming up?
Meek Mill coming up.
Meek Millie.
NBA action. Accelerate your deal on AutoTrader, official car search engine of the NBA.
One of our all-time favorites, great ambassador for the NBA, Dikembe Mutombo.
Yes.
One of the great
Charlotte.
One of the great men you ever going to meet.
Without question.
Fat Joe.
No, that's Fat Joe.
Fat Joe.
And Pekka.
2 Chainz.
In the house.
And Spike Lee.
And the great Spike Lee.
Academy Award nominee.
Yes. I can't wait for the Academy Award.
And we welcome you back to Spectrum Center. And the guests just keep on coming. Meek Mill is here.
All-Star Weekend.
And he has the honor of tomorrow night performing pregame here at the All-Star game. What's that going to be like for you, man?
It's going to be exciting to me. I've been waiting for that a long time. I come from rapping in the streets of Philadelphia to performing at the All-Star game in NBA. So, it's going to be a good experience for me.
And are you going to do my joint?
Which one is that?
Hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah, we're going to do the intro.
I don't think it sounds like that, though.
I'm platinum also. You know nothing about this. Thank you very much. Tell them, me.
Platinum basketball player, yeah, facts.
Well, first, we know he's a great basketball fan.
Yeah.
I've always had the affinity. About 7 years ago,
Yeah.
Meek was bubbling, being that guy.
Yeah.
I made a call. I said, hey, can you come do a feature on my daughter's record? First person ever to do a feature on Kayla's record.
Yeah, I was on fire, too.
He was
Just
on
like,
fire.
I rock with you.
He's like, got you. No problem, did it. I got that. She put her on the map.
Yeah.
People
I do that for a lot of people I rock with. It don't hurt me when you're talented, you extend it out.
Man,
you
that
give
was-
people their shot.
Obviously, I know a lot about you living in Philly during the summer. What do you think, and I know you're a big 76ers fan.
Yeah.
What do you think about all the moves they made in the last month or so?
You don't like that?
Don't like
They made some power moves. You don't think so?
No, I'm just listening to Chuck.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Every time he looks at Chuck, he just
Yeah,
shakes his head.
I think we're going deep in the playoffs. I think we made some good moves. We've been playing good ever since we made the moves we made, and I think we got a shot. We got a nice young team, and I feel like we're ready.
Yeah, I was
you
going to
say
say.
you have a shot, but do you have a chance to beat Golden State if you meet them in the finals?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only way I think. If you don't think you could beat somebody, you can't beat them.
Your latest album championships.
Yeah.
And then we watched the New England Patriots win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And here's what you do for Robert Kraft, their owner, a guy who's always been in your corner.
Yeah.
And you give him the chain.
Yeah, I gave him a championship chain. You getting bust down too? When I was locked up, Robert, one of the people that came to see me and spoke out in my behalf. You know what I'm saying? So he been a friend of mine for the last 2 years. He been winning a lot, so I gave him a little piece of my neck.
This is
MC Donuts. Here, Ernie, you don't want to wear it. I'll rock it.
You wear it.
I'll rock it.
Chuck's got the donut.
That's a little different.
Chuck's got the
Why
donut
does
chain
yours look a
on.
little different from ours? I just want to say why.
Y'all some funny brothers.
You know what you?
I make this look good, though.
Oh, you kidding?
I make this look good. I make this look good, though.
Those are edible too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Look at him, Ernie.
You know the one
Check him out.
I was making sure I don't want to get anything on my brand new suit.
and we laughing and joking, Meek, and I want one quick thing. You've been, as you said, you rapped in the streets of Philly, and now you're rapping at the All-Star game.
Yeah.
But you also have been making a lot of social changes.
Yeah.
Within, did you ever feel like, man, I'd have a voice of social change when you were rapping in the streets of Philly with your hair braided up all the way back to the back?
Yeah, I was one of the voiceless. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. They actually gave me a platform. This time people got behind me when I got arrested, basically 2 to 4 year sentence for not even committing crime. And, I wanted to stand behind the people that stood behind me and try to really make change. Like, I don't want to be the face of injustices or anything. I just want to help and use my resources and do what I can do to make change and keep it pushing.
I spent a little time with Mr. Kraft the week of the Super Bowl, and he was talking about spending time with you, and I know Malcolm Jenkins has done some things about judicial reform. How important is that to you right now?
It's very important. It's my life. I've been on probation 11 years, been in jail 3 times without even committing crime. And, I have the resources of knowing people like that, and I'm bringing them into our world and, bringing them to our aid and informing them of things that people like me go through coming up and trying to really make change in a world where, people don't really have a voice like myself. I didn't have a voice until I got famous, until I became a famous rapper. So, I'm speaking up for the ones who are not famous.
Meek Mill, thanks a lot for joining us here. We look forward to seeing you performing before the All-Star game itself on Sunday. What you got off the Twitter machine, boys and girls? Shaq singing Meeks.
Come on, there's only certain people that can scream that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shaq. You're on.
Start it up. I'm on what? Give him a beat? You want a beat? You gonna hit something?
No. We want you to say it.
Hold up, wait a minute. They need you to say it.
You want me to say what?
Hold up, wait a minute.
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all got our spinach. Charles say something. I'm gonna eat them like some spinach.
Hey, and your tour starts Tuesday, correct? Motivational tour down there in Miami starting Tuesday.
Yeah.
Wow. The great Bill Russell.
The great Bill Russell.
There you go. Who
I'm
owns the
rocking these
game?
chains to the club tonight.
No doubt.
Could be. Coming back in a minute. We went from Meek to Neek. We'll be back. Pulled off Shaquille O'Neal by 5 points. Wow. And you see all the charities there, from Second Harvest to the Rookie Foundation, Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Athletic League, and my charity was the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And this is why I love this game. It's why I love the guys I work with. It's why I love Auto Trader, those folks who sponsor this show, because they are so generous and they have such big hearts. And the great thing about that game that we play is that the winner gets to give a car away to that charity of his choice. So having one of my kids who has muscular dystrophy, I chose MDA. And the Charlotte branch of Muscular Dystrophy Association found a family in need of new wheels and a van that can accommodate a wheelchair. And I was lucky enough to be there the other day when they brought a father and son by. They just thought they were coming by to see some of the all-star setup, had no idea that they were about to leave with a brand new van. Here's the story. Is this the Esquivel family? Hey, is this Omar? Yes, I am. How are you? Man, what a pleasure to see you. Are you looking forward to All-Star Weekend?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player?
Stephen Curry.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
You've got muscular dystrophy, correct?
Correct.
I have a son who has muscular dystrophy also. So you're how old?
15.
15? Michael just turned 30.
He's 30.
Yeah, and he's got Duchenne. Yeah. Omar, how does your dad get you in the car? How do you do it? Do you have to lift it? That's not easy.
No, that's what I say. It's hard, but we have to do it. I mean, whatever I have to do for him, I'm just gonna do it.
Wow. You got a pretty devoted dad, don't you? And mom and your family. That's very cool. For All-Star, we're going to be doing a couple of shows in here. I can't take you in there right now, but there is something else that I can show you that we are doing for All-Star if you guys want to follow me. And over here is what we want to show you. Actually, you know what, Omar and Omar? Turn it this way. This is actually what we'd like to show you. This is yours.
What?
This is yours.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. Auto Trader said, let's give the Esquivel family a new van so it'll be easier to get around, man, and no more lifting Omar up and putting him in the back seat because it'll have everything you need.
On behalf of Auto Trader, we would like to present you the keys to a 2019 Kia Sedona. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's too bad the rest of your family isn't here. Yeah, we should. Hey, Michelle, I'm Ernie. I'm from TNT. That's a brand new van for your family. Here you go. You can take this.
She's crying.
Is she? It's our pleasure. And I know it, and I know what it's like every day. And you're doing great. Thanks, Auto Trader. That was pretty good.
That was awesome, Ernie.
No, thanks to the folks at Auto Trader. I mean, you know what?
I'm crying.
You know what?
You are so sensitive. But when you start crying, then I start crying. You can't be crying up here.
It's not just a game changer, it's a life changer for the Esquivel family.
Yeah.
And I speak from experience, being able to
It's amazing, man.
take your young man around and...
Shout out to Michael, too. We love you, Michael.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Auto Trader, thanks. You made my night. And you made the...
I agree with you, Santino.
We all out here.
Man, I'm crying.
We all out here crying, man.
All our best to the Esquivel family.
Man.
That was great, Ernie.
That is.
Could switching to Geico really save?
Smith Jr. of the Knicks, Miles Bridges from the hometown Hornets, Amadou Diallo of OKC, and John Collins of the Atlanta Hawks. And John Collins put on a show last night in the Rising Stars game, if anybody wondered what kind of dunking skills he has.
Let's hope he saved them for tonight.
Yeah, he did a lot last night.
Yeah.
But I think that's just
Dominique.
a warm-up. That's a warm-up. Ooh, this one was nice.
Tracy McGrady.
Oh, go get that.
Man, that was pretty good right there.
Who do we like?
I'm going with John Collins. I've watched the Hawks play once. That's all I could take.
I'm going with Amadou Diallo.
Why? Do you have a reason for these?
No, he don't have a reason, Ernie.
He has what's called boyoings. I mean, he has springs. He has bounce. He can get up pretty high. Look at that. You see that? That's about 45 right there. Look at that. Ah.
Yeah, I'm going
with.
with.
Just hangs in the air.
I'm going with left
Look,
rack city zone, queen zone, Diallo as well.
Look at that. Ooh.
I think overall,
Chuck could never do that, Kenny.
known his dad for a while, so I'm going with Diallo.
You've been in this before. You've been in both the three and the dunk.
He sucked at both of them too.
That came in second to Dominique.
Second?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was
bragging
bragging
about
about
second.
Because I got
Nobody
wrong.
goes
You
around
bragging
saying,
about second.
you thought you should
Yeah,
beat
you
Dominic
bragged
Wilkins.
about going second when we beat y'all with the Rockets.
And you know what? And I still got two more than you got.
See, there you go.
I got more rings than all three of y'all combined up here.
Listen,
about that.
We got 2 rings together, brother.
Tell me how much thought goes into it. Can you overthink it? And where do the creative juices come from?
It's
on
real
this?
simple. Last night at my party, Rakim, the greatest MC, was there.
Goodness.
You got to move the crowd. MC starts, but you got to get the crowd engaged.
And you do that by making it on the first
But
dunk.
not
Thank
only
you very
that,
much.
you
Yes.
get your adrenaline going by your pre and post dunk antics. You can't make a great dunk and just kind of walk off.
How did you
have
get
to
in the dunk
engage.
contest anyway?
Dude, check my bank account and you see how I got there.
So you mean to tell me the year that Birdman had 35 attempts, if he would have
No, he was terrible.
Okay, but hold on. He tried to dunk for the free throw line.
But they were simple.
No, he was trying to dunk for the free throw line. If he'd have made that dunk on his 35th attempt, you would have gave him a 50.
I would have gave it to him just for the effort. I'd been like, yo,
no, America,
you weren't close on the first one, and then you made it on the 35th. You deserve a 50.
It's over, baby. It's over.
Hey, America, All-Star Saturday night, the best weekend, All-Star weekend. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Entertainment.